What is going on, everybody? It's Junction Auto Salon here with the next episode in our dirt series, the detailing in real time, where I go over various steps in detailing, paint correction, and ceramic coating on various cars that come through here, so y'all can see just how long some of these steps take and just what it takes to properly detail, at least to my standards, some of these cars. Today we're going to clean the wheels on, this is my car. I've kind of let these go for a couple of weeks, just so I can we're doing coating testing on this car. We're not necessarily doing coating testing on the wheels, but definitely on this car is a different coating than I usually use. So today we're going to talk about some customer struggles in a recent situation that I was in. I want y'all to understand something, that I'm not that guy. I'm not the guy that's here to take advantage of you. I'm not the guy that's here to do anything but want you to have a better experience with your vehicle, an easier experience, whatever better means to you. We can definitely, or I can definitely help you in some way. So, that being said, I go through a rash of cancellations. I go through a rash of people not showing up for their appointments, no call, no shows every once in a while. This past January was genuinely pretty bad. January and February was genuinely pretty bad. So I had to come up with stricter options for deposits and non-refundable deposits for jobs. What is going to be a completely 100% prepaid job versus what's not going to be a prepaid job. At this point, it is what it is. It's either I can do that, or I can go, or I cannot have a business. At some point in the future, I'd like to move on, find somebody to help, find people to help, have a bigger business. But with those cancellation rates and those no call, no show rates, that is virtually impossible to do. So, that being said, I had a customer who I've known quite a while longer than just before, than just right now, basically, than just last year, or before I owned this business, or before I had a business. And this guy was supposedly a friend of mine. I did not know that one day he would do his best to try and take advantage of me. So I've worked on his car a couple of times over the last 4 years. I've gone. He's been in here a couple of times. Not a big deal. But maybe last April or last May, I put out an advertisement for the initial 1-year coating job, and he was interested. The car was wrapped, or the car is wrapped, and he was interested. We set a appointment date for June 2nd, 2021. here we are. Today it is April 21st, 2022. So he sets his appointment time, June 2nd, 2021. Everything's good. Move on with life. His appointment comes around, he misses that appointment. No call, no show. I finally get a hold of the guy. And something has gone on with his hood, or he ordered a new hood for his car. I don't know. It doesn't necessarily matter to me terribly. I would just appreciate some kind of communication, which I did not get until I actually had to message him about it. Anyways, once all that was figured out, just trying to be a nice guy, which has gotten me taken advantage of in the past many times. Just trying to be a nice guy, trying to be a somewhat decent business owner. I told him, no problem, we can always just reschedule. And I really didn't hear from the guy again to reset his schedule. Now, it's your car, it's not mine. I am not responsible for the maintenance of your vehicle. I may follow up with you about a maintenance wash once or twice a year, but again, this car was not a coated car. It is not my maintenance to keep up with. It is not my job to keep up with your vehicle. So let me just get that completely straight. Think whatever the hell you want about that. I do not care. So, fast forward, right at the beginning of April, after I had already gone through all of the weird deposit issues and no call, no shows in January, February of 2022, he starts messaging me about getting back on the schedule. Now, to this point, I had not made a decision on whether or not I was going to allow the people that do the no call, no shows or canceled at midnight the night before with absolutely no message, like they would cancel through the appointment app that I used to use for the beginning of this year. I had not decided whether or not I was going to allow those people to still be customers, but considering the fact that I had known this guy for a long time, I figured I would answer the message, see what's going on, and see what we could get worked out. There was some kind of water spotting or something on his wrap that was causing him some issues that he needed to get figured out so he could sell his car. Which, whatever, it's fine. It's not my car. It does not matter to me what you do with your car. So he had some water spotting issues that he wanted to get figured out on a matte vinyl or matte wrapped vehicle. Once he got that kind of squared away, I don't really know how I'm gonna clean my wheels from when the thingamajig is over here. So once we got that squared away, figured out exactly what he was looking for. We went over some options. I gave him the price for the regular wash and told him that if he really wanted to get something done about the water spots on a matte wrap vehicle, It was basically going to end up being a charge by hour. I really don't know what to charge for those situations because I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't even know if what I'm doing is going to work. I'm just trying the gentlest thing first and moving on with life. So, had he just agreed, I mean, I don't negotiate price anymore. I will absolutely not play that game anymore. Once I stop negotiating on pricing, my experience around here has gotten a lot better. I don't have to deal with any of that. That is my choice to not negotiate. If you have a budget for something that you want to accomplish with your car, maybe I can put together a custom package for you based on my pricing, but I am not going to do $1,500 worth of work for $1,000 or $800 or whatever number you made up in your head. That's just not happening anymore. I'm done doing that. So he sends me a message. Had he agreed to what we said and we would just moved on, everything would have been fine. But he brings up the fact that he left a deposit late last year. Now, June 2nd, an appointment time for June 2nd means he left a deposit sometime either in April or May of last year. Because I am generally booked 60 days out, 40 to 60 days out, or 30 to 60 days, whatever you want to call it. That's about how far I'm booked out on time. He comes through and says, here's how I see it. Let's negotiate. Knowing, I mean, I don't know if he knew I didn't negotiate, but I didn't get a chance to tell him. So he brings up the fact man, that ceramic coating is good on there. He brings up the fact that he left a deposit April or May of last year for an appointment for June 2nd, 2021. Just generally trying to save himself money. And I told him that I had to take a harder stance on, I mean, again, I'm just trying to be too nice about it, and it's probably where I end up going wrong most of the time, is being too nice about it. But I told him that I took a harder stance. That deposit was gone when he missed his appointment. So he immediately, without hesitation, tried to blame the entire situation on me, like I'm the reason why he missed his appointment. Also not okay. And said, can we at least split it? You know, he initially offered me $300 to do the entire job, minus the $100 deposit, so that he didn't have to eat the whole thing. Absolutely freaking not. Again, you can make whatever decision or opinion about me that you want to. I do not give a crap. We are just talking about a situation that I have recently had to go through. If you have a problem with that, you can click away from this video. It does not bother me in the slightest. So he says, can we split the deposit? You know, I'll that way I don't take it all the way on the chin. I did not give it any thought. This kind of stuff genuinely causes me to have anxiety whenever I have to deal with people like this. I have had anxiety problems in the last couple of years, and this was one of the triggers that I figured out a long time ago, was having to deal with people like this. Again, that's not his fault, but it is something that I had to make some harder decisions about so that I don't get taken advantage of. So I told him, no, that's not going to happen, and I made the immediate decision to just to block him from the page, block him from my Instagram page. I do not need to deal with people like that. I do not need to talk to people like that. I don't need to have people like that in my life. They are not here to support my business. They are not here to be a customer. They are here. He just immediately lied to me about me. Again, 100% not okay. Now, I may not remember every single situation that goes on with a car, but what he told me was that the reason why he missed his appointment was because he said I needed to reschedule him, and he just never got back to me about rescheduling. What happened was something went on with his hood and with the wrap, and he never told me any of that until I had to drag it out of him. And when I did finally drag it out of him, I told him in the message right before I blocked him, I was like, you told me that something was going on with the hood. So again, I may not remember every situation, everything that goes on with all of my customers, but there are things about the cars that I work on that stand out to me. So I may remember what's going on with your car based on that little tidbit alone. I am from the internet. I did do the forum thing. I know people by their cars, and I know people by screen names. I don't necessarily know their names anymore. But now as social media has taken hold in the last 10 years, I'm starting to learn people's names more than I am their screen names anymore, and I'm big sad. So I reminded him that something was going on with his hood, and he did not tell me that, and then he immediately confirmed it. So that's just telling me that he knows he lied to me about me to my face without hesitation. Again, 100% not okay. I do not need customers like that. I do not want customers like that. Seriously, I will go back to a parts counter at a dealership where at least I know I am going to get screwed over every chance they get, and don't have to deal with people like that. So let's get a little picture here for the cover photo. So being that his big deal seemed to be the deposit, I think I have a hole in these shorts. His big deal seemed to be the deposit. I blocked him on all of the accounts. He's no longer a customer. I no longer consider the guy a friend. I will absolutely not put up with people that lie, especially lie to me about me. That's not a thing. So I blocked him on the Junction Auto Salon Facebook page. I blocked him on the Instagram page. I sent his deposit back, even though I said it was non-refundable. But if that's what's causing you to have strife with me, it is not worth it, even a little bit, for me to have to go through with that with anybody. So I sent his deposit back, and I blocked him on Cash App. I made sure my transactions were good on PayPal, that I didn't have him on PayPal, and that was it. Goodbye. It did have the deposit being sent back did have to be verified by him, which he ultimately canceled, but he has no ability to contact me at all anymore. Now again, I did not make this decision lightly. I do not like to be this guy, but unfortunately I am forced to be this person sometimes with people for no damn reason at all. And y'all gotta understand, I'm not here to take your money and run away without some kind of service in exchange. I'm really not. But at the same time, I will just not have a business if we continue down the path that we are on. Now, I'm a pretty calm guy as it is, so it genuinely takes quite a bit now that I've had my anxiety a little bit more under control in the last 5 or 6 months. I am not the guy that genuinely or generally gets very upset anymore. So, but this caused me to have almost an anxiety attack. And when I get those feelings with people, I do not ignore them anymore. So, goodbye. You are no longer a part of my life. It was $100 that cost this guy a friendship. It was $100 that cost him being a customer at my business. Y'all got to remember, he did not hesitate to say any of these things to me. He just said them like it was nothing, like I'm trying to screw him over. So, like I was saying, if that's the case, I just won't have it. Did y'all see that I just sprayed brake cleaner all over the side of this car? Oops. Let's. If I'm going to go through those rates of cancellation, there's never going to be. Sorry, I had to get that off the side of the car. That's pretty alkaline cleaner, and it's in there straight. There will never be any growth. There will never be any improvements. I will be back in a car dealership selling parts instead of doing something that I enjoy doing. I am here for my customers. It is just me. I don't run around wanting to screw people over. But every once in a while, I run into somebody that feels like I'm trying to take advantage of them. And that's fine. I'm perfectly okay with you feeling however it is you want to feel. That does not bother me in the slightest. But also, we cannot have a customer and business owner, a customer and detailer relationship, even in the slightest, if that's the way it's going to be. If you do not trust me, I do not want your car here. I won't fight with you. I won't do any of that. Again, y'all can make whatever opinion about me being a business owner that you want. I do not freaking care. I try to treat people with respect and dignity. If y'all have ever come through this shop here, y'all know that I will stand here and talk your freaking ear off until the end of time and will not shut up unless you just run away or tell me to shut up. I want you to have a good experience with me. I want you to trust that if you spend money here, that I am willing to help. Again, it is just like I say online, just like I say on the Facebook page. Y'all, it is just me. I do the detailing, I do the washing, I do all the cleaning, I do the paint corrections, I do the ceramic coating, I make the content. I am currently sitting here making content while that black TSX over there cures because I coated this morning. I do not want anybody to have a bad experience here. That is not the goal of me being a business owner. We're going to do things my way, which I consider to be more of the proper way. And if that's not where you're at in life, then I don't need you as a customer. I just want to be 100% straight with that situation. If all you're going to do is cry into my Cheerios and not take responsibility for your own actions, you have to understand I'm going to I'll give you a chance, but I'm going to let you go at some point. I don't need or want any of that. So again, you make whatever opinion decision about me that you feel like you need to make. I'm going to move on with life and continue to do what I enjoy doing, which is detailing cars and helping my customers have the best experience with their car that we can. So that's it. Y'all saw the entire wheel cleaning process front to back, from step 1 to step none. Y'all listen to me whine on about a customer issue, which if you have made it this far in the video, I appreciate. But it's time to move on to the wash, which I will be doing. I won't be doing a video on this time. This was just a video for the wheels. So make sure you like and subscribe. Scream at me in the comments. Tell me I was right in the comments. Tell me the guy was right in the comments. I don't care. But I still love you as awkwardly as possible. Junction Auto out.